There we go. So you think that you're just talking, you think you're just saying things, but when you are speaking, you are actually programming. Okay. So words is programming your subconscious mind. Okay. So the conscious is affect. I really want to say this simply. So your conscious is your reality. It affects your feelings. It affects the words that you speak. It affects all of those things. Okay. When you confirm your current reality and you feel like your perspective on your current reality is I'm always broke, or this doesn't ever work out for me, when you are speaking, you are programming your subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind is now playing a programming and replaying what it is that you say, and then your superconscious mind is impressed by this and then creates whatever you're programming, it creates. Okay. So you're in a cycle of creation of what you're currently experiencing. And you think you're just talking, you think you're just saying things, but you're really actually programming. So then people say, well, why does my life feel like this? And it's because your words are aligning with your reality. Please do not let this go over your head. And especially us females, and I say this with so much love, we love complaining about our situations. When you are complaining about your situation, you are reprogramming your conscious mind to give you your subconscious mind to give you more of that experience. Okay. I say this with love. Okay. But we love complaining about everything. Okay. I know, because I'm a female. Okay. And we do. But when you are complaining about your situation, you're complaining about it, and it's like you're recreating it. And I'll sometimes tell my team, like, stop talking about your problems. It's like, but how do people know? We all do, as us men as well. So everyone does, okay? And a lot of people say, well, how do people know that I'm going through things if I can't say it? Or how can I explain my current situation if I can't say it? What is the importance of you saying it right now? Do you have to say it? Is it going to change your situation? Is it going to help your situation? Is it going to improve your situation? The answer is no. So you don't actually have to say it. We just want to be understood and heard, and that's great. But you need to realize what current scenario you're in right now if you are doing that, okay? You're recreating. So when you say, oh, this is not working, my numbers are like this, and you're constantly speaking that out loud, it's going to constantly be that case. Okay. And this isn't just being a positivity guru and just being positive all the time. No. It just means that you are responsible for what you are creating. So take responsibility for what you are creating. Okay, so that's the first rule that it kind of goes through, is like your words are not casual, and your words are in creation. And then it says your imagination is quietly creating your life. So this is where it gets a little bit deeper. Let me just take. This really helps. Okay, so your imagination is quietly creating your life. Now, what I mean by that, and this is a quote that it says in the book, it says, man can only receive what he sees himself receiving. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Man can only receive what he sees himself receiving. Okay. When it comes to receiving and when it comes to experiencing the life that you want, whatever it is, whatever you are receiving right now, you only received it because you've seen yourself receive it. Now, when I say see yourself receiving it, I don't mean with your visual eye. I mean with your mind eye, okay? What you see in your head. You cannot receive what you cannot see yourself having. So if I say, I want more money, I want success, I want growth, but internally you're seeing struggle, you're seeing rejection, you're seeing embarrassment and things not working, you're split, because your desire is saying one thing, but your imagination is saying another thing. And your imagination usually wins. Okay. But that's what your That's what your system deems as like normal, is you're saying all of these things. You want more money, you want this, you want that, but you're constantly worried about when the subscription is coming up. You're constantly worried about when you invest in your trading account. You're constantly worried about, can you say that man can only receive what he sees himself receiving? Yeah. You're constantly worried about spending money. You're constantly worried about going out to eat with friends and family. And that's what you're actually creating, because your imagination is confirming that you don't have any money. Your imagination is confirming that, you know, this meal tonight is probably going to be out of pocket, and you don't trust the universe, or you don't trust God to provide. Okay. I urge you guys to go on this audiobook, because it really just puts things into perspective. Okay. So it says, what you feel and repeat becomes real. What you feel and repeat becomes real. So it says, and I'm going to copy and paste this one for you guys. Whatever man feels deeply or images clearly is impressed upon the subconscious. So I'm going to send this into the chat for you guys. So it says, whatever man feels deeply or images clearly is impressed upon the subconscious. Now, if your subconscious is programmed, okay, whatever you feel deeply or think about deeply is put into your subconscious mind, then your subconscious mind impresses your superconscious mind, which is now creating. Okay, and it creates your reality. It creates what you experience. So say, for example, you're in this loop, you're in this cycle of you don't have money. This is the biggest one I hear. You don't have money. Okay. And you deeply feel that you don't have money, and you constantly think about you not having money. You constantly think about the debts that are coming in, the letters that are coming into your door. You're thinking about, you know, you have to pay for this and you have to pay for that. You're thinking about, I can't go out to eat. I'm going to have to ration. I'm going to have to budget. And you're already creating. Now, some of you are probably going to ask, and I'm going to actually allow questions at the end of this training, because I really want to help you guys understand. But a lot of people think, well, how do I feel like that when it's not actually that? Repetition. Repetition is key, okay? You may know that you have minus in your bank account, but I am not emotionally attached to that, because I understand somehow, some way I created that. Meaning, if I can create that, then I can create a positive bank account as well, okay? So stick with me. You've got a negative bank account, you feel it deeply, okay, and you constantly think about it. That's still your reality, that's fine. If you change your feelings towards it, and now you start to become optimistic, you start to get excited because you know that your situation is going to change, and you start imagining, you know, you actually having money, you being able to afford going out to eat, you being able to afford, and I'm saying this, guys, because I done it, okay? I done it. I was in a position where I was really emotionally attached to not having any money, and I changed my feeling towards it. Then I changed the way that I was thinking about it. I changed the way that I spoke about it. Eventually it changed. Okay, so whatever man deeply feels or images clearly, and images clearly is what you think in your mind, okay? The picture, we think in pictures. So whatever you think in your mind is impressed upon the subconscious. So say, for example, that's your current reality. You don't have money, whatever, okay? You being so emotionally attached to that, you're repeating the emotional attachment, and you're impressing your subconscious mind. The only way to change that is through repetition. So through repetition of saying that, you know, money is coming to me, you know, my situation is getting better about every single day, you know, and just really just being intentional about what you're speaking about it and what you're thinking about. Okay, so let's break it down. It's not just about what you think, it's not just about what you say, it's about what you think repeatedly, it's about what you feel emotionally, and it's about what you imagine consistently that gets programmed. So if every day you're worrying, you're replaying your problems, you're imagining the worst case scenario, you're expecting disappointment, you're not just reacting to life, you are training your subconscious mind. I really want you guys to understand how deep this actually is. Even you guys listening to me, you guys are all placing a perspective and a feeling upon what it is that I'm saying. That's your current, it's your current where you're at. Okay. I'm trying to explain it. Okay. So this is why your life looks like the way it does. Okay. And this is where I just want to be honest with you guys. And I really want to just give you guys the blunt truth. Where your life is right now, it's not random. And you're gonna be like, but Sammy, I didn't want any of this. Why would I want this? And why would I want that? If you guys heard the audio book at the beginning where it said, you know, even like children, how do they become ill if they are not in a position to create just yet? They are impressed by other people's subconscious and conscious mind. So if their parents are waiting for them to get chickenpox or the measles or waiting for them to do all of these things, then they're eventually going to have it. Even down to I think there's the measles going around right now, or something's going around right now. And I don't pay no attention to it whatsoever. Okay. I don't pay no attention to it whatsoever. I'll be completely honest with you guys. Meningitis, that's what's going on right now. I don't pay no attention to that because I understand if I accept that as my reality, okay, then that is what's going to be impressed by my subconscious mind. And then that's going to impress my superconscious mind that is going to create that for me. Okay, this is how it works, guys. This is literally how it works. Okay, so your reality right now is a reflection of your dominant thoughts, your emotional patterns, your internal expectations. So what you actually expect. So what you expect to happen and what you apprehend for it to happen, it will normally happen. Your repeated words and your imagination. So let me pop that down. Don't worry for the guys that are taking notes. So your dominant thoughts, this is the thoughts that you think about daily. Okay. And now with this, I want you guys to understand that right now you have a programming. It is what it is. You're just there. If you don't try and change this programming and you don't try and repeat other information and try and change the way that you currently think, you're going to constantly create what you don't like. The best thing about this is that you actually are in charge. Your life right now is not random. Your life right now was created, meaning that's an exciting thing that you can actually create and you can change it. It's a reflection of your dominant thoughts, your emotional patterns, your internal expectations, your repeated words, and your imagination. Now, if it's been created, that means it can be changed. So if you've somehow created this reality for yourself, yeah, sure. So if you've somehow created this reality for yourself, it's an exciting thing that you can actually change it. You can change it into something else. If you don't like your current reality, you can change it. Okay, you can. We're in charge of it. We can change it. So I want to bring the next topic is the law of non-resistance. Okay, the law of non-resistance. So we spoke about the way that we think, we spoke about what the words that we say, we spoke about our subconscious, conscious, and superconscious mind. Now the law of non-resistance. So you know what you want. You now are repeating what it is that you want. You are now stopping saying the things that you don't want. Okay. And this is where a lot of people, and even myself as well, have a challenge. We are big control freaks. We like to control the outcome of everything. We like to control the way everything is going. We like to control what this is going to look like and how this is going to look. And we tend to not submit to the plan that God is creating. If we are creating something and then God is giving it to us in his way that he sees fit, okay, we try to change it. We try to control it. Like, no, God, like I want it like this, or I want this person in my life and I want it to be like this. And we just get too involved. So in the book, it says, and I'm going to copy and paste. Okay. In the book, it says, agree with thine adversary quickly and it falls away. Okay. What do I mean by that? This doesn't mean that accept negativity. Okay, because it says agree with thine adversary quickly and it falls away, meaning agree with your current, the current way that your life is going, but don't be so emotionally attached to it. So you can accept that maybe you are in perceiving your situation as negative right now, okay? But stop feeding it emotionally. Some of us make situations heavier because we react instantly. We panic, we overthink, we stress out, we assume the worst, and that energy keeps you stuck in it for longer. When you stay calm and when you stay grounded and when you stay neutral, you move differently and things move faster. When you learn to submit to your current scenario and you submit to God's plan and what He's creating, and you know that, okay, like I'm creating this, I'm intentional about creating this, and I'm going to let God play it out for me. Okay, because you're the director. Okay, you are the director of your life. Okay, so when you submit, okay, and you allow a life to just play out for you, and you just stop trying to hold on to things, and you stop trying to change things, and you stop trying to do all of these things and just allow life to flow, and you're less emotionally attached to it, that's when things will start to move faster. Okay, and then it goes on to talk about forgiveness. Okay, it talks about forgiveness. So we spoke about the law of non-resistance as well, where you're not resisting, you allow life to flow. And if something happens, you're like, you know what, maybe it was meant to happen like that. And if it's meant to come back, it will come back. If it's meant to go, then it's meant to go. Sometimes these things hurt, but being so emotionally attached to it, trying to change it, trying to hold on to things is not beneficial. Okay, so then it talks about forgiveness. So we spoke about non-resistance, and now we spoke about forgiveness. Understand that when you are forgiving someone, or when you are forgiving a current scenario, when you are forgiving something, forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. Okay, so it says, I cast this burden and I go free. A lot of people are stuck, and it's not because of the thing that happened, it's because they're still holding on to the thing that happened. So they have resentment, they have anger, they have past situations, they have people that have done them wrong, and that energy keeps you tied to the past. And when it comes to forgiveness, forgiveness isn't saying that, the action that they did was okay. It's saying that I'm just not carrying this with me anymore. And that's a different type of freedom. When you allow forgiveness, okay, when you start to forgive, you are less emotionally attached, you are less triggered, and you allow that thing to not have control over your emotions anymore. So practice forgiveness. And I don't mean going up to the person that hurt you or the situation that hurt you and telling you done all of this, but I forgive you. You don't have to do any of that. Okay, you don't have to do any of that. What you can do is write a letter. What you can do is journal. What you can do is sit there and just be like, you know what? I just give this pain over to God. I hand it over to God. I let it go and I let God do what He sees fit. Okay, it's no longer in my power. I no longer am attached to the hurt and what it has caused me. I let it go. Okay, so just not carrying it anymore. And then it speaks about, so it's spoken about forgiveness. I'm really trying to cover a lot of the topics that I've got in my notes, okay? So forgive me if I'm just bouncing, okay? But again, I urge you guys to just listen to the audiobook. I'm really not giving it justice right now. I'm not, okay? It's such a great audiobook. Okay, so then it talks about faith. And I think faith is really, 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 really important because a lot of us on this call are, believers of God, we're lovers of God. For those of you that are not, That's absolutely fine. If you believe in something, maybe universe, a higher power, something, whatever it is. And it talks a lot about faith, okay? And it says, man must prepare for the things that he has asked for. This one is powerful. So it says, man must prepare for the things that he has asked for. Okay, so I'll put that in the notes for you guys. So man must prepare for the things that he asks for. That's faith. That is faith. So there's some people, maybe you, and this is something that I've done as well. Maybe you're asking for something. Maybe you're asking for, I don't know, an abundance of money. Okay. If you had money, what would you spend it on? Now, this was what I done back in the day. I actually done a practice on this. So I wanted more money. And I wanted more money to buy nice clothes. So if I wanted more money to buy nice clothes, that means that I would need to create space for these nice clothes that are coming in. Because I knew they were coming in. I knew that I'm getting money so I can get nice clothes and I can improve my wardrobe. What does that mean? I now had to clear out my wardrobe in preparation for these new clothes. Okay, so I am creating space for what's to come in. A lot of people, even when I was moving house, I didn't have no confirmation of when I was moving house. I started packing boxes anyway, as if I'm moving, because I'm moving house. Okay, I don't need the confirmation. In my head, I already know I'm moving house. So I would pack my boxes in my old house. I started packing boxes. And probably 2 weeks after I packed a lot of boxes and I was getting prepared to actually move out, that's when I get confirmation on my house. But I started preparing and I had faith that it was already happening as well. What a lot of people tend to do is they don't have faith that their money situation is going to improve. Example, this is the perfect example because I've heard this quite a lot. Portugal's next month. Portugal is in 30 days. We have no idea what's going to be happening in the next 30 days. And some people are already saying, well, I don't have enough money to come Portugal. I'm not going to be able to afford it. I'm not going to be able to whatever. You are constantly repeating that you can't afford it, meaning you are impressing your subconscious mind, meaning you are now impressing your superconscious mind, which is going to make sure that you can't afford it. So you are already writing in your power, in your reality, that in 30 days time, you're still going to be broke. You have already created that. You've created that. Not me. You've created that. If you was to say, okay, I know I'm going to find a way, I'm going to have faith, and I'm going to find a way to come to Portugal, Portugal will happen. And it may sound deluded, call me deluded. I'm okay with it. But I have manifested things that I didn't think I could afford at the time, but because I refused to believe 3D reality and I wanted to create with my 4D and 5D, okay, I was creating with this and then it happened. You don't know what's going to happen in the next 30 days, but because you're already preparing for failure, failure is going to happen. You're not preparing for the success. You're not preparing for you actually going to Portugal. You're not preparing for these things. If you truly believed that you were going Portugal, you would start looking at clothes for Portugal, you would start figuring out accommodation for Portugal, and it doesn't mean that you have to afford it just yet. If you want to come Portugal and you think that you can't afford it just yet, okay, and that's your mindset right now, that's fine. What I want you to do is have faith. Have faith and start looking at accommodations for Portugal. Start looking at, and you don't have to book anything. I'm not saying book anything. You don't have to spend a penny to do this. Delude the life out of yourself right now, okay? Go on booking.com or G Food Travel and find an accommodation that you want to stay in. Okay, look at the video of Portugal. Okay, start looking at some clothes that you need to get for Portugal as if you were already going. As if you were already going, and speak life that I'm going Portugal. I know I'm going Portugal. I need to start preparing for Portugal because Portugal is coming. Okay. You have 30 days. You have no idea what's going to be able to happen in this 30 days. You have no idea. If you wanted to really go Portugal, then you'd understand how important it is with what you're saying. If you have already spoken to existence, and the future is, I want you guys to understand, the future is not even here. The future is when you speak. You create in your future when you speak. So when you are creating your future, you are creating 30 days from now that you don't have a lot of money. You're creating 30 days from now that you won't be able to afford Portugal. You're creating 30 days from now. You're already creating your future. You're already creating your future. Okay. So if you say that you want more money, you want more success, you want more opportunity, you want more responsibility, you want your business to be booming, you want all of these things, are you prepared for it? And I don't mean get excited for it. Are you prepared for it? Prepared in your thinking, prepared in your habits, prepared in your discipline, prepared in your standards? Meaning, you want 10K in your trading account, but you don't even have discipline with the £100 that's in your trading account. How can you prepare for 1,000? How can you prepare for 10K when you don't even know how to manage £100? Okay. You don't receive what you ask for, you receive what you are ready for. So you can't be screaming, I want this relationship. You can't be screaming, I want this rank. You can't be screaming, I want this. And you're not even prepared for it. Because if you're not prepared for it, you're going to lose it. You're going to lose it. Okay. So be prepared in your thinking, be prepared in your habits. If you know that your next rank is you want to be a 2K, you want to be a 5K, you want to be a director, what do they do? Do they run their own calls? Do they have their own events? What do they do on a daily basis? So prepare in your habits. Prepare in your discipline. Do they wake up earlier than you? Do they do more calls than you? Do whatever it is that you want to be, whatever it is that you, whoever it is that you want to be, you're not going to receive what you ask for. You receive what you're ready for. Example, okay? Back in the day, I was really manifesting going viral. I was manifesting going extremely viral. I prepared content for when I went because I was like, okay, I'm going to be going viral soon. I need to make sure that my page looks businessy. So I need to do a photo shoot. I need to make sure that I've got my rank flyer ready because that's going to be getting posted. I need to make sure that I'm skilled at this level and I can be able to take in the amount of people that are going to be messaging me. So I set up automation messages. Guys, at the time I was getting 200 to 300 views. I didn't know who the hell I was. I didn't know who I thought I was, okay? I was getting 200 to 300 views. I was like, okay, this amount of people are going to be messaging me. I need to set up automated messages. Lo and behold, 2 weeks later, probably, and I could even get the timestamps for you guys. It was probably about a week and a half or 2 weeks later after I had done my business photo shoot. I went crazy viral and I had thousands of DMs every single day because I had prepared for it. You have to prepare for what it is that you are asking for. You can't wait for it to happen and be unprepared and then you lose it. Okay, you have to be prepared for what it is that you are asking for. So really, really take this in and really just take in today's training because I want you guys to really understand that your life is not happening randomly. Life is responding to what it is that you are creating and it's teaching you. I love to think that Earth, the experience of Earth and the experience of this human journey, it's a learning journey. It's to find your deeper self. It's to really discover yourself. So life is really responding to your words, to your thoughts, to your emotions, to your expectations, to your imagination, and the version of you that, shows up daily and has all these thoughts, habits, and stuff like that. Life is responding to that. So ask yourself, what am I sending out? What am I rehearsing? What am I expecting? And what am I feeding? I'm going to pop that into the group chat. Chat box. So what am I sending out? What am I rehearsing? What am I expecting? And what am I feeding? Because that is exactly what is going to come back to you. Okay. If you feel like you're in a cycle and you're repeating and nothing has changed, you are creating indirectly or directly the life that you currently live. So I need to sneeze, but it's not coming out. Bless me. There we go. Came out. But yeah, with that being said, guys, I encourage you guys to really just look. I'm going to send in the link again. But please, like, go back and really study it. There's so much power in it. And I'm definitely going to do it myself as well, because the last time I really, really listened to this and studied this was a few years ago. And I remember just being, thanks, guys. I remember just being really like shocked at the information and just it making a lot of sense to me, a lot of and it takes a while to really decipher. It takes a while to really break it down. It takes a while to really just kind of understand what it's actually saying. But I definitely encourage you guys to apply some of the things that it teaches. And with that being said, hopefully you guys have learned something today, that you have taken something away. I did say that we can do questions. So do you guys have any questions? I know I should give the opportunity for you guys to ask more questions, but if you guys have any questions, welcome back. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, then do not be shy to ask any questions. I definitely want to help you guys, and just make sure that you're fully understanding the information that it is that we're talking about. You're more than welcome, guys. If that is it and there is no questions at all, you're more than welcome. What is your Instagram handle? My Instagram handle is Sammy.jt. There we go. How do you do the imagination part? So the imagination part is what you create in your mind. So I would say start off with guided meditations. If you've never meditated before, start off with guided meditations. So if you go on YouTube and type in guided meditations, and it can be for anything, maybe guided meditations to create the life that you want, guided meditations for money, guided meditations for whatever it is. And you start with guided meditations. If you've never done silent meditations before, then start off with guided. Then when you're doing guided meditations, you're thinking about the life that you want. That's your imagination. So what you think when you close your eyes, what it is that you picture. Okay, so if everyone was to close their eyes and just think about the life that they want, think about maybe the car that you want, think about the amount of money that you want, and just really picture that. That's your imagination. Okay, so you're creating with your imagination. Once you close your eyes, you're now using your third eye, and you can create with that as well. So whatever you're imagining, so it's just image in mind. Okay, because we think in pictures. What pictures are you playing in your mind? Okay, so hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully that helps. But I don't see any other questions. I think that was pretty much everything. But with that, what three keywords would you give to someone who wants to get to a level of good delusion but can't? Number one, repetition. Repetition is something that it gets boring, but it's good. And what I've actually been doing, and I actually had this conversation the other day, is mirror work. If you guys have never done mirror work, and me and Silver actually done this the other day together. It's like we literally just sat there in her car, just looked in the mirror and just spoke life. If you look in the mirror and you just speak life, like, it's so good. It's so underrated, and it's so good, and it works very, very quickly as well. Okay. So what I would say is to look in the mirror, and guys, I know you guys listen to me, and some of you guys don't apply this, and I want to just wring your head sometimes, because guys, this is actual value. Okay, you look in the mirror and you speak the life that you want. So I'm so grateful that all this money has come to me. I'm so grateful that I'm an amazing leader now. I'm so grateful that I've hit the rank that I've always wanted, and I'm actually helping people. I'm so great. And you're just speaking life as if it's already happened, and you're looking in the mirror. Okay, and you repeat this. Okay, doing it once, it doesn't do nothing. Repeat it every single day. So the first keyword is repetition. Second keyword I would say is experiences. So go and experience things that you actually want to experience. So maybe go and test drive your car that you want. Maybe go and experience the nice restaurants. Maybe go and sit in a hotel lobby and imagine that this is your hotel that you're staying at. And these things are free as well. You don't have to pay for any of these things. It's just experiences. So I would say repetition, experiences, and then the information that you expose yourself to. So audiobooks, reading, podcasts. Are you more watching and listening to music and watching Netflix, or are you filling your brain with positive information and information that is helping you think better and helping you create better, etc. So I would say repetition, information, and experiences are your three main things. If you can repeat every single day, affirmations, repeat mirror work, repeat the life that you want, speak it into existence. Information, literally just clog yourself with information, listen to podcasts, listen to Jim Rohn, listen to Bob Proctor, listen to audiobooks, okay? And then go and experience the life that it is that you want. Those three things I definitely would say will help you get delusional. Yeah, so even like a vision board, I've got a vision board that I look at every single day and I really just pray over it. I really look over it. You will be in Portugal. You're already coming Portugal. Make sure that you guys know where it is that you are staying. You've got your outfit sorted out, everything, because it's about to be an absolute movie. So yeah, I definitely recommend vision boards. For me personally, the most powerful thing that has worked for me, and I really reflected back on it, was mirror work. So do mirror work. And I know it feels funny at first, but I definitely encourage you guys, after this call, just go in front of the mirror for 5 minutes, okay? 5 minutes, and just speak the life that you already want, that you have it as if it's already done, that you have already experienced it. And let me know how you feel, okay? It's life-changing. But with that being said, I think that was all the questions. You are more than welcome, guys. I hope that you guys took something from this call today. You learned something, and please go and apply it. Please go and apply it. Please, can you give an example? Yes, of course. So is that with your mirror work? Is the example with mirror work? Did you need an example with that? Okay, so say for example, okay, first you have to get clear with what it is that you want. Okay, get clear with what it is that you want, whether it's money. So these are the areas in which you can want things. So there is obviously your career, your finances, your relationships, family, and health. Okay, those are the things that you can create. There's more, but those are the basics. Say, for example, I wanted to create a perfect scenario where I have achieved my rank and I've now got money and I'm this director version of me that I want to be. In the mirror, I would say, I'm so happy and grateful now that I finally achieved the rank of director. You know, I'm inspiring thousands of people worldwide. I'm such a great leader. I pour into people. I really put people first. And I can really feel that, you know, my business is growing every single day. It might not look like that right now, but I'm going to delude myself and look at this vision of the mirror. And I don't want to get too, because we're almost finished, but I don't want to get too deep into it. But a mirror is a portal. And the version of you that you're looking back at is a future version of you. Okay. I don't want to get too into it because this is higher level conversations, but you're creating, okay, it's a portal and you're creating, and when you speak into it, so speak as if right now. So you can say, you know, I'm so happy that my money comes to me every single day, and you know, my money is growing and I'm making a minimum £1,000 every single day, and I'm really using that money not only to just help me and my family, but I'm using that money to help other people as well. Guys, the reason why I know what to say is because I've done it so much. In the beginning, you're going to be like, and this, and this, and this. And then you're going to get into flow state. You're going to get into what it is that you actually want, what you currently experience, and compliment yourself. Like, I am so beautiful. Like, anyone would be lucky to have me. Like, I am so beautiful. I'm such a prize. I'm so whatever. Okay. Just speak life into yourself, whatever it is. Okay. You are a prize. You are amazing. You are great. You are inspiring. You are a great leader. You are making £1,000 every single day, whatever it is. Okay. And speak as if I am right now. Like, you are looking at that version of you that you are, that you want to be, and that you're speaking that. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that helped. Hopefully. Okay. So yeah, with that being said, guys, hopefully you're more than welcome. I hope you guys got some value. I urge you guys to go into the mirror right after this call. Go to the mirror, look at yourself dead in the eyes, and speak life. Okay. You're more than welcome. Have an amazing day, guys. Take care, stay blessed, and as always, I continue to hope and pray that God places his hand over every single one of you, guides you, protects you, and just helps you and supports you on this journey called life. So with that being said, have an amazing day, guys. Take care, stay blessed, and we go again Tuesday, 8 a.m. Amen. Amen. Amen.